Is it on there?
It's about to start. All right, so we are live. Hi, everyone. This is Moments of Murder with Mimi Moore and
Jessica
in the building. So I had this idea, right, that I wanted to talk about things that I feel that aren't being talked about, at least not being talked about in the proper light for me. And we're going to try some things out. I'm going to, give a story to my cousin here and get her reactions.
She didn't
and
prep
get
me, y'all. This is all brand new.
From everybody else, because I want to see what other people are thinking, if they're thinking the same things that I am thinking when they hear the same things that I'm hearing, right? So, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Okay. So, like I said, this is Moments of Murder, right? So, for this moment of murder that we're going to discuss today, it's a story that I heard about recently that just occurred on the 24th, which was Sunday, I believe. And this happened in the city of Rockford, Illinois. I don't know how many people are aware of this story. And it's something that kind of blew my mind when I heard about it, because we are living in that age. We're still living in that time. So, you ready? Here's the story.
Okay.
18-year-old dude, busy at work, minding his own business, right? Just going about his day working, minding his business. And there's this guy walking around Wally World. Okay, Walmart, for those of you who don't know the vernacular of us country folk, Wally World. But he's walking around Wally World and he's in this disoriented state, kind of manic, if you want to use that word, He grabs a hunting knife out of sporting goods.
Mm-hmm.
He grabs a kitchen knife out of housewares. Walking around, but looking at us, people that look like you and me, like mean looking. Okay.
Is this individual Caucasian?
Yeah, he's a Caucasoid. He is of the Caucasoid persuasion, and he finds this young man with his back turned to him and stabs him one time.
And that killed him?
One time and killed him, took him out. So they're saying in the media, in reports, that this is a racial attack. Okay, mind you, it is also being said that this young man, who is Mr. Timothy Carter, okay, 28-year-old individual who went and stabbed this young man, who is Jason Jenkins of Rockford, Illinois. He was the high school senior at Auburn High School. Again, this man was minding his business, working, doing what most people do. They work, they mind their business. So,
I'll just charge it. I'll put it on vibrate.
As a mom, I want to.
Yeah, you say goodbye to your son. He going to work. He's doing the right thing. He a senior. He probably saving up some money to go to college. You like, bye, baby. I'll see you later. Love you.
So wait, that's not the half. That's not the half, right? Mm-hmm. Also in this story, further details have came out that this young man, Mr. Carter, went to seek mental help that day. Right? Prior to the murder of this young man, he went to 2 facilities. The first facility that he went to was called Rosecrans.
And they didn't keep him?
They didn't keep him. Rosecrans actually sent this young man to a different facility.
And he never made it to the second?
No, he made it to the second facility. He made it to, hold on, because I want to give the correct name. of the hospital that he went to. The second hospital was UW Health Swedish and American Hospital. So he went to two different locations.
Trying to seek help.
So they say, right? Trying to seek help. He was the one that gave the police this information.
Oh.
He's like, hey, by the way, I tried to get help today. So my for you and for anyone who is listening to this, just with the story. Man is manic, upset, depressed, whatever mental state he's in at this time. Right. He goes, he tries to get aid, he tries to get help, he tries to seek some type of intervention earlier in the day, but manages to still go to a place of business,
right,
open public space, and menacingly, I know I'm saying that wrong, menacingly, but like a menace, kind of, felt his way around, walked around, looked at people, and decided to attack one person. Now, me personally, I'm looking at the staff like y'all wasn't watching this motherfucker the whole time. Y'all didn't see him pick up a knife in sporting goods. Y'all didn't see him pick up a knife in housewares.
Right.
Where the
so
fuck
that was
y'all
just one and done. They caught him right away after that.
The motherfucker didn't go nowhere.
Oh, he stayed with
From
them?
all accounts, he didn't move. He was right there. And there's a video online where they finally, security, once they heard the young man who sadly lost his life, once they heard him scream, they just took him and pulled him backwards and kind of like, I guess, held on to him until authorities got there.
So they made like a citizen's arrest, Loki?
Yeah, but where was there was a delay there. Like, in my mind, they could have did that shit prior to somebody losing their life.
Right.
Like, how security be walking around.
But he used the weapons that he purchased or was going to purchase in the store to do the murder?
Honestly, I don't think he was purchasing shit. Like, they said he had them in his hands. And if you're purchasing something, that shit gonna be in the car.
Right. So he went in there with intent to...
That's what I'm thinking.
Right. It was premeditated.
But that's what it sounds like to me. Just based off of the story, it sounds like he had this in his mind that he was going to do something to someone. Like, you walking around the store and you trying to find a victim.
Right. But it's like, what did he say when he was at the mental health places? You know what I mean? Was he saying that he was going to hurt somebody? Because those are key terms.
Yeah, key factors.
They use to put a hold on you, to keep you, to try to get you treatment so that...
And he wasn't held at either facility. So are we going to use this as a insanity plea? Because I went for help,
right,
but didn't get any.
He was building his case so that he can use that in court.
That's where my mind is going with this case. When I read the article, my mind was blown, because how can you say an insanity plea,
right,
when this person just...
He fell through the cracks.
Right. Not so much the cracks, but there was no aid rendered. They didn't hold this man. Nobody had a direct conversation in my mind with this man. Because I know I've said less. And they'd be like, oh. Are you sure you're not a threat to yourself? And others, no, I'm positive.
Because they want you to say it so that they can act.
So you have to verbally.
Right. You have to verbally say, I want to hurt myself. I want to hurt others. I hear voices.
But then to leave, though, not one, but two facilities, and then murder someone. One stab wound. One.
So he knew exactly what he was doing, where to hit him.
That's what I'm thinking. Because normally, if someone gets stabbed, you would think they could walk away from that shit.
Right.
But this young man who is so life ahead of him was unable to walk away. Mind you, bystanders rendered aid per all accounts until first responders were able to come on the scene.
So he passed before they were even able to get him.
No, the young man passed later at the hospital. He was taken to a local hospital there, Javon Bay Methodist, I believe, hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And he died at the hospital. Like, as a mother, as a consumer, as a person who has to go out there and work in society with people, you never anticipate going to work and
not coming home.
What time of day was he attacked? So this occurred as the police got the report per the article at 6:05 p.m. Illinois time. So shortly before that, he was stabbed and he died in the almost 7:30 to 8 o'clock hour, not too long after being stabbed. And people rendered aid to this young man, but his life it couldn't be saved. And the racial aspect of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that, because that's what they're saying, that it was racially motivated per accounts from the articles out of Illinois. You know, first people on the scene reporting that this was a racial motivated attack. So if it's racially motivated and you see this man, because per all accounts, he's walking around Walmart like any of y'all could get it. Bitch, you could get it. I could have got it. Any of us could have got it. Because of what we look like per the accounts that these articles are saying about this incident. So if that is the case, why this young man? Was it because his back was turned? Because they said his back was turned
an easy to target. The assailant. He knew.
And then you're walking around looking for people or looking for someone to attack. I can't figure that out in my mind. Where could you be mentally in that moment?
Right.
To take someone else's life. Like, where could you? Because I know I have done some things, but to take someone's life?
No, that's serious. That's something, I don't know. It's never going to go away. He's going to have, I mean, I don't know.
So look. We have all known people to hit. The assailant was 28. The victim was 18. And that's what I was about to say. We all know people whose lives have been cut short for dumb and erroneous and just the reasons never make sense. And this right here doesn't make sense. There's a grieving mother, grieving father, grieving brother.
Oh, yeah, siblings.
Yeah, it's
teachers, everybody that knew this young man's potential. His friends, churchgoers, whatever, anywhere.
It's one thing to pray for your children and, you know, pray for them going out and coming back in. But we gotta also pray for the things that we don't know about, things that we are not aware of. No, as far as all reports go, there's a question, was there any confrontation? There was no confrontation between the two, as all accounts are coming out. They had no prior meeting. They didn't know each other. They were from two different areas in Illinois. The young man whose life was taken, he was a resident of Rockford. Like I said earlier, he went to Auburn High School in Rockford, Illinois. The man who took his life was associated in Ford County, which is nowhere near Rockford per accounts. He's actually out of Cabery, Illinois. I might be saying that wrong. Cabery. But yeah, per all accounts, they did not know each other. This was a random
act of violence.
A random act of violence on a young man who deserved to live. No one deserves to die. Let's say that. No one deserves to die. And no one deserves to die based on the color of their skin.
Right.
We're both descendants of we got to do better as people. We got to do better. We have to look out for one another, regardless of race, regardless of backgrounds and who we think we are. We really need to do better overall. Someone asked, do you think he was hunting for Black folks or Black people? Yes. Yes, definitely, just based off of what was being said in the articles, that it was racially motivated, that this person made racial slurs at the attack, during the attack, after the attack. Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine shopping with your kids and seeing something like that, and everybody's traumatized? You, the kids. And do you jump in? Like,
well, me knowing me, I probably would have. I would have attacked that motherfucker. No lie. I would have. Yeah, because anybody that knows me, I don't run from confrontation. I will try to avoid it, but I don't run from it. If you no. As soon as I seen that motherfucker walking around with knives in his hand and not in a cart, right. Like just security.
Make it make sense.
Security.
Make it make sense.
Like people don't talk anymore and people don't speak up. That's what that's what I meant to say. People don't speak up anymore. No one says, hey, that don't look right. No matter what the situation is, no one has the balls to come up anymore.
But they put the videotape everything.
Yeah, they'll videotape it.
It'll be people in danger and they like go live instead of calling 911.
There have not been any reports on toxicology as far as if the young man who was the perpetrator, if he was high on anything at the time. The only thing that they're stating about him is that he did try to seek mental aid. He was concerned about his mental well-being. But for you to go from being concerned about your mental health to stalking a group of people in a public place.
I just want to be a fly on the wall when he actually went to these facilities, because what was said, were they asking the right questions,
Or did they ignore what he was saying and played it off?
They said, were there other Blacks present shopping?
Yeah, there were other Blacks shopping. There were other Black workers on the scene. It was a very intense situation from what they're saying in the article. It was a very Very intense situation. People were watching this man walk up and down the aisle, and yeah,
My thing, I think he chose that person because you're not going to go up to a group, because he probably would have been scared. Like he felt like it was a easier target for him. One person,
yeah,
their back is turned.
his back was turned from what they said he was working, and his back was turned to the perpetrator when he was stabbed in the back. And I used to work at Walmart. I wish I motherfucker would. I wish I motherfucker would. Oh, I wish a motherfucker would. I wish a motherfucker would. Oh,
Wasn't facing him.
no, he wasn't facing him at all. He wasn't facing the perpetrator. His back was turned. So in my mind, because it was a stab wound to the back, the young man probably would have been doing something with some boxes.
Right.
Maybe in that lifted position with his back turned, and he just so happened to get him in a fucked up spot.
Was this on the news?
No. Look, I'm about to pull it up for you right now.
Because I'm like,
it's insane. It's
did
insane.
you hear anything from the parents of the victim?
The parents of the victim haven't said anything yet, from my understanding.
Because it's like they could sue a whole bunch of people.
Man, I would be suing Walmart, their whole security team, because nobody said nothing. Nobody attempted to stop this man prior to nothing happened. So there is.
And they have cameras, don't they have security? Like people that's watching everything that's going on in the store to help with theft and everything.
Yeah, they got secret shoppers, the whole nine. So yeah, it was right here. I think this is where I saw it on WREX.
Target, not watching his face as he died.
Who just put that there? That hurt my heart. I didn't even think about it like that. Not watching his face.
Oh, it's Channel 13, but
that out there in Rockford, Illinois. Yeah, I was just scrolling through my news feed the other day and saw this story, and it didn't make me feel right reading it at all.
So he's gonna stay in jail. They're not letting him out. They're not letting him
Channel
out.
13 out of Rockford, Illinois is where I first got the
well, he's gonna go
information.
For first degree murder.
Yeah, because I think that shit was premeditated. Ain't no way they cannot give him manslaughter or no kind of. Nah.
He's convicted.
No prior connection between the two individuals, between the perpetrator and the victim. They didn't know each other. There was no connection. This is a high school student. This man is 28 years old. That was the perpetrator.
They had 2 different points on
two different locales where they resided. There was nothing. When I say nothing, there is nothing connecting this young man with the perpetrator that took his life. This is beyond horrible, y'all.
They said 20 to 60 years if he's found guilty.
They need to execute him if he's found guilty, which he should be found guilty.
I feel like that's only in the southern states where they actually do the electric chair and stuff. I think if they did that everywhere, it'd be a lot less crime, or people would be a lot.
I'm going to say this. They need to allow his mother, his father. He has a twin brother.
Oh, the guy that...
Yeah, I just read that. He has a twin brother.
Mm-hmm.
He has a twin brother. So they need to let the mother, the father, and his twin take a stab at him.
They don't do that. I mean, they don't do that eye for an eye.
The eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, but vengeance is the Lord as well.
We would have to go back in time when you could get away with all that stuff. That's why I always tell my mama, I said, I was born in the wrong time period.
In the wrong time. Because
it'd be a lot of stuff that go different.
Yeah, I believe the perpetrator is going to ride the mental on this. He's going to try to use his mental state, quote unquote, at the time, to get out of this. And I don't think he should be able to use that.
Right.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because they need to look at the timeline. They need to look at the timeline of everything that occurred. He went to 2 facilities the same day, did not receive any kind of mental treatment.
Right.
And then he finds himself at Walmart and decides to take a life. It's not gonna sometimes plea bargain is at the family request to avoid trial or death penalty. Yeah, sometimes.
I don't even know what the plea bargain would be. It depends on if he has priors and or they just want to get it done. The family don't want to hear the details.
That'll be a very forgiving and very righteous person. I don't know how I would react, or I don't know. Would I want to do that? I don't know. Probably. But more than likely, I'm going to try to take a motherfucker's head off first chance I get. I ain't even going to care about consequences or repercussions because that's my child.
I want to see when they let the parents speak to the guy. You know, they've been showing that lately, like in the court.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to follow this story because I want to see what's going to happen to this young man. I want to see how they're going to twist his.
You know, they're trying to dig up stuff and try to make the other person, but I don't think they're going to do that in this.
How can you paint this 18-year-old high school student in a bad light?
He was just getting his life started.
I can't even. I can remember if I try hard enough. 18.
Yeah.
Many states have done away with the death penalty, but not Texas. Thank you, Texas. Thank you, Texas. I don't think Louisiana hasn't done away with it either. I don't think that's off the board for them. I know we still got good old chain gangs down there in Louisiana. I know we still got that. But no, they need throw the book at that bitch. Throw the book at that bitch. Because he thought that out.
It's more expensive to keep the person alive. They should just do that.
Then you want everybody who is connected to that man to pay taxes into this man's well-being.
They said, do you think Walmart has any fault?
Hell yeah. Where the fuck was security? Like Money Mike said, what the fuck was your antennas?
But you know, when you go to Walmart, you can't find anybody that works there.
Nobody. Them hoes be.
And if you do, they on their phone or they just doing something else. They run away from you.
Them hoes be everywhere but which?
In the right place.
Walmart. But everybody seen them walking with these knives. They seen this man.
And nobody said anything.
With knives, and nobody said nothing until he stabbed this young man.
Do you think out of fear, or they're just like, "Oh, I'm minding my business"?
They're minding my business. Don't see and don't tell. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody sound the alarm anymore.
Right.
Where's the horn blowers or the whistleblowers? Nobody alerts. Nobody says, "Hey, this is wrong." Hey, you stop doing that shit.
Where was the Karens at on that day? Or Karen probably wouldn't have said nothing.
And Cali, you can ride on death row. Ew. Sucks to be you. Whoever in there, rotten. Shouldn't have did what you did. No, he didn't die in the store. He died later at the hospital. Yeah. I have that somewhere. Honestly, it don't matter where the young man died. He shouldn't have died. He shouldn't have died. This man lost his life while at work at Walmart. And do you think Walmart is gonna recompense this young man and his family? Like, is there gonna be any type of condolences They better not send that fucking family a card. They better not send them a card. Oh, they better not send them a card. They better not.
We don't know what's gonna happen, but you should feel safe going to work. It's your job. You don't think twice
You
about
would think.
getting up and going to work.
You would think. You would think you would be safe going to work, right? You would think that. For all intents and purposes, you would think going to your fucking job. The most that you would think you would see at Walmart is a scuffle between some hood rat bitches
Yeah, the people that are already shopping in the store.
or some trailer trash motherfuckers that picked up something that they thought was cheaper than what the fuck it was. Never would you expect to see. And I've seen a lot of shit in my time at Walmart.
Speak on it. Speak on it back down.
Shit that shouldn't happen in a fucking store, right?
Shoplifters.
Not because they got this little secret shopper motherfuckers that be in there, and I'm sure
are they to make sure you guys are doing your job?
To make sure people ain't stealing.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I don't know. I can't make sense of it. That was outside though, right? The baby when he had his incident at Walmart, that was outside in the parking lot.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, I know
the baby, the rapper.
Yes,
I haven't heard about him for a long time. Oh. I know he parties at P. Diddy's house. That's about it. I mean, he had a couple little songs. Sorry, guys. He does. I mean, maybe he took the shopping spree. Who knows?
Ooh. Is that why he called the baby?
Girl, let us not get off of it because I could talk about P. Diddy all day.
Let us pray. Okay, so all bullshit aside, all jokes aside, this is a serious matter. And I don't know if people are talking about this case. I don't know if people even are aware of this case, that this young man was gunned down. Look at me. Somebody talking about the baby got my mind elsewhere. But this young man was stabbed while working.
Right.
18 years old.
Where's the Kmart when you need one? I thought
they are. Didn't know. Just a blue light special at Kmart.
Oh, they still got Sears though, but Sears is
struggling.
Next. Sears is next.
They're struggling. Y'all throwing me off what I'm trying to say.
Sorry, I got so much stuff in my brain. They talking about making Dollar Tree, not Dollar Tree, no,
they're
$7.
It's
$7
Dollar
now.
Tree and Family Dollar are going away.
Oh, that's fine. It's too many of them anyway.
They everywhere.
Not the 99-cent store though, right?
I don't know. I don't even go to that bitch no.
I don't either, but I mean they were
because they're not 99 cents no more.
Nothing's 99 cents no more.
The struggles of a black mama. Bitch just trailed off whole. Two different things. But no, for real. Y'all need to be aware. Please keep your eyes open when you out and about, and especially if you got children like me, like her does.
I got some old kids. They still kids.
We got to keep our heads on the swivel. We got to stay alert at all times because we got fucking creepy ass motherfuckers out here in the world doing unnecessary dumb shit. Cutting us down, cutting our children down in the prime of their youth, in the prime of their life. And this young baby didn't even get to see his prime. He didn't even see that. So my heart goes out to his parents,
his family.
Like, No joke. Because I can't even imagine what that feels like to get that fucking call. I ain't even gonna ask.
No, don't ask
I ain't
me.
even gonna ask.
I didn't get a call.
But we hear uh
What's the young man's name again?
his name is Jason Jenkins. Jason Jenkins, Jenkins.
But you would have thought you would have heard more about this, like
That's why I wanted to
BLM,
talk
Minister
about it.
Farrakhan.
That's why I wanted to talk about it, because I don't
I
think
was about to say
anybody
something
is
dumb.
aware.
Jesse James still alive.
I don't think anybody is aware of this young man, that he is gone because of someone's quote unquote mental health. Because I really feel like they're gonna try to spin that shit like his mental was off, but I don't
They
think
said
it's
any
off.
other cases tonight.
Oh,
I told you.
I didn't prepare for any other cases this evening. This was my focal point because this was our first time out, and this was a story that I felt drawn to, and I wanted to discuss it. I wanted to see if anybody else had heard of this, if anybody else was concerned. Because I mean, I'm a motherfucker that be like, boycott Walmart for letting this shit happen. Like, who was their security team?
Somebody said Jesse Jackson is still alive. Al Sharpton is lazy.
They ain't gonna do shit. Al Sharpton look like he didn't smoke the pipe too much for me. He's not, girl, because he's.
You sure he didn't do Ozempic?
If he did, he looks very bad. He looks so bad now. He look, why she asked me this? Because now I want go off on another fucking tangent about motherfuckers and they fucking weight loss drugs. Bitch, if you didn't look good when you was big, you're not gonna look good. Some people
aren't meant to be skinny. Everybody's not meant to be skinny.
If you did not look good when you was big, bitch, you're not gonna look good when you small.
Because they be keeping the same.
I don't care if you get a BBL. I don't care if you take Ozempic. What's the other one?
Fen, but
Wegovy.
You can't do Fen no more. They it didn't pass the FDA. They call it something else now, though. It's still around.
Yeah, because
Phentermine.
It's not on you. It's in you. Your beauty gotta shine.
They said he lost weight before Ozempic.
You gotta.
Ozempic been around though, because that's for people with diabetes. It's supposed to be for them, but then other people started taking it and they were seeing results.
It don't matter. We love y'all. Stay safe. Stay aware. Stay aware at all times. And like and subscribe to us if you like us. We'll be back next week and we'll try to have more than one story to talk about. I told her that. Well, I'm Mimi Moore and
Jessica.
And we'll holla at y'all. Ciao. Be good.